Hi everyone, this is Siju.S.Bhaskar. I welcome you all to the CBSE online classes. Today we are going to discuss the third chapter of class 8 Civics. The name of the chapter is Why Do We Need a Parliament? We in India pride ourselves on being a democracy. Here we will try and understand the relationship between the ideas of participation and decision making and the need for all democratic governments to have the consent of their citizens. It is these elements that together make us a democracy, and this is best expressed in the institution of the parliament. In this chapter, we will try to see how the parliament enables citizens of India to participate in decision making and control the government, thus making it the most important symbol of Indian democracy and a key feature of the constitution. India, as we know, became independent on 15th August 1947. Preceding this was a long and difficult struggle in which many sections of society participated. People from various backgrounds joined the struggle and they were inspired by the ideas of freedom, equality, and participation in decision making. And under colonial rule, the people had lived in fear of the British government and did not agree with many of the decisions that they took. But they faced grave danger if they tried to criticize these decisions. The freedom movement changed this situation. The dreams and aspirations of the freedom struggle were made concrete in the Constitution of India that laid down the principle of universal adult franchise. That is, and all adult citizens of the country have the right to vote. Through this voting right and the system of election, people elect their representatives, and these representatives choose their government and legislature, and that legislature is known as the Parliament of India. There are three organs of the government. First, legislature, second, executive, and third one, judiciary. Legislature is the law-making body of the government. This body makes law for the country. Executive, the second organ is executive. Executive is the body which execute or implement the laws made by the legislature. The third organ is judiciary. Judiciary is the body which interprets the laws made by legislature, executed by the executive, and implement. Whether it is applicable or not, this body will judge and they will finally implement the laws. And the first body, the legislature of India is known as the Parliament of India. Parliament enables citizens of India to participate in decision making and control the government, thus making it the most important symbol of Indian democracy and a key feature of the constitution. Why do we need a parliament? What is the role of the parliament? We need parliament to select the national government. We need parliament to control, guide, and inform the government. And we need parliament for lawmaking, to make laws for the country. The first important function of the parliament is to select the national government. The parliament consists of two sabhas, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. There are 545 members in Lok Sabha. Out of these 545 members, 543 members are elected members and 2 are nominated members. The party which is getting the majority member, that is majority MPs, that is 272 MPs, that party will form the government. Other parties will remain as opposition parties. The majority party, that is a ruling party, will elect the leader, and that leader will be the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister will choose the ministers, and the ministers will be given charge of education, health, finance, etc. Suppose in an election, no party is getting majority, many parties will join together and they will make government. That government formed by the coalition or joining of different political parties is known as coalition government. Another Sabha of Parliament is Rajya Sabha. Suppose a bill is passed in Lok Sabha that is good to be passed in Rajya Sabha, then only it will become a law. The important role of Rajya Sabha is to review the bill and alter the bill if there are any necessities there. Second important function of the parliament is to control, guide, and inform the government. Generally, the first hour of a sitting of Lok Sabha is devoted to questions, and that hour is called the question hour. MPs of Parliament are free to ask questions to ministers of the government to get information on public concern matters. The role of opposition party is to engage in healthy discussions. Their main function is to highlight the drawbacks of the policies and programs adopted by the ruling party. The government gets valuable feedback from the members, that's from the member of parliaments, MPs from different political parties, that's from the ruling party and from the opposition parties. And the government will take actions based on the valuable suggestions put forward by these member of parliaments. This ways, parliament controls, guides, and informs the government. Third important function of the parliament is lawmaking, to make laws for the country. There are 4 stages of this process: first reading, second reading, third reading, and the president's assent. The first reading, that is the introduction stage of the law. Second reading, that is a discussion stage of the newly introduced law. Third reading, that is the outing stage, to out for this law or against the law by the members of parliament, that is MP. The last one, the president's assent, the acceptance of the law by the president. These are the lawmaking processes of the parliament. By this, we are concluding the first part of Class 8 Civics, 3rd chapter, and the remaining portion of this chapter we will discuss in our second video. Thank you all.